New year, new me. I want to talk just briefly about some things that might interest some of you out there who find yourselves worrying about the future, who find yourselves worrying about money, who find yourselves just not sure how things will shake out, and you're at a point in your life where you're always trying to catch up. So, not too long ago, I was at that point where I was asking myself, am I ever going to figure this out? I'd had good jobs, I had had not so good jobs, and I had had good paying jobs, and I had had not so good paying jobs. But even when I had good paying jobs, it seemed like the money disappeared. Now, if you're paying attention, this is probably resonating with some of you. It doesn't matter how much money you're making, it seems like the money disappears. So, a few years ago, when I got started in real estate, what I did know from running my own business before was that if I did not figure a few key things out about what to do when I did get a check, that I was not going to be in the business for very long. So I immediately started watching videos and researching what I needed to do to get ahead and hopefully stay ahead. So some things I've talked about before on here and shared is Dave Ramsey's baby steps. I'm very proud to say I'm at the end of it, and any of you all out there that are there with me and working them, congratulations. If you're not, the very best thing you can do for yourselves at any point in your life, but especially in times where you're worried or you don't know what's going to happen, or you don't feel like you can get ahead, get that emergency fund started. It's really the best thing you can do for yourself, and start working those steps. But that's not what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the other thing that I did, which I had read about the budgeting app, YNAB, which stands for You Need a Budget. I obviously had always stayed away from budgeting. I just used my check register, like many of you do. And because budget just seemed like a constraining thing, something I didn't want to deal with. I didn't want to be told what to do with my money. Don't do that. I don't want to hear about that. But the thing is, if you set realistic goals, if you are fine with, if you understand, if you write down things in a manner that are realistic, then all you're doing is you're allocating cash to yourself. And how YNAB works is, say you actually sit down and you're realistic with yourself and you say, okay, how much do I spend on food every month? And, not only how much you spend at the grocery, but how much you spend going out to eat. And don't be small with it. Be realistic. Actually look at, say, December or this month and look at it and say, okay, well, we spent, whatever it is, $500-600, and write it down and say, okay, well, our food budget is now $600 because that's what we spent on not only the grocery, but eating out and stopping at the convenience store and getting Little Debbie cakes and drinks. All of that is your grocery budget now. All that adds up. That little 99-cent thing adds up over 4 or 5 weeks in a month. Then, figure out your other bills. What's my electric bill every month? What is my water bill? What is the home insurance, what is the house or car payment, all of those things. You figure out what all those are. And then also figure out other things that don't come up as much, but will come up. Like if you might need to send flowers, or you're saving for vacation, all those different things. And YNAB will walk you through it. But the wonderful thing about it is that before you know it, you do see how much you spend a month, and it will surprise you. But you see how much you will spend a month. And when you get, say you get, your check, whatever your check is, we'll just say for fun that I'm just going to make up numbers out of thin air here. Let's just say that your monthly expenses are, I have no idea. Let's say your monthly expenses are $1,900, okay? And let's say that you get a check for $600 for that week. Now you have to allocate that $600 into your monthly expenses. And right, it's not going to fill it up for that month, but you continue the next check, you put more into that category, into those categories, and you keep doing it until it's filled. And if you do it right, before you know it, you're a month ahead, and you're another month ahead. And if you keep going and you keep working at it, you're 6 months ahead. And you're stashing away an emergency fund. And that, if you're one of those people, who I hope you're not, but if you are one of those people who feel like the pressure of trying to save money, or the pressure of not having enough money, or whatever it is, or feeling like if I buy this thing that I want or that I need, or worrying if the washer's going to break down, if it's going to financially destroy your family, hopefully this would help alleviate that. So I just want to talk to you about that. If you have any questions about it, or if you're interested in it, you can go to the website. I'll put a link down below, and I'm intend to flash it on the screen here. But I've got to tell you, once I got a hold of this app, and it was 2 years ago when I started doing it, and I work on it every time I do a transaction. I don't use a check register anymore. Every time I do a transaction, I add it to my YNAB app. Then every week I reconcile and make sure that all of my bank transactions match what I have in my app. And since I've done this, it's been life-changing. And I would hope that it could be for you, because it's fantastic. And that's just something helpful that I wanted to share with you, and hope that it's something that can be life-changing for you as well. So that's all I got for you today. Anything that I can, any knowledge I have, or anything that I have, found or stepped into that has worked for me and my family, that I think could work for you as well, I want to help, because I can remember struggling, and I don't want anybody else to. So that's all I got, and I hope to talk soon. Thank you, and have a good day.